Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5.
Please, sir.
3.
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Hey, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, tell 'em turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and I'm gonna see go. I am not afraid of the storm that comes my way. When it hits, it shakes me to the
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. I'm not doing a joke. Don't make me
No,
do
we're
it.
not doing the joke this time. It's fine. We're
Oh,
here. It's Wednesday.
It is the middle of the week.
Yes.
Defenders Live is on the radio.
Yes.
Go to doaeshow.com.
DOAShow.com.
Check out all the archives in case you missed anything, because it's all there.
Yes.
Everything. All the videos, all the audios.
All the
Podcast.
flubs and mess ups and screw ups that you want
Yes.
to enter into this dumpster fire that is the show.
Yes. Also, follow us on all of the social medias.
The social
The
media?
Facebooks and the Twitters and the Instagrams and all of that fun jazzes, all of them at DOAE Show. Make sure you use the hashtag arm yourselves. That is the ELVES, not arm your elves or arm yourselves with an FS.
You know, you have one job.
I know.
It's to use a hashtag. I mean, come on.
And I'm AI, so I don't have to deal with this crap, but I'm trying to save Steven the headache.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, also start using the hashtag people are people too, because that was amazing.
Yeah, see, Steven liked that, and so apparently that's going to be a thing now. So
It is going to be a thing. People are
especially if
people
you're
too.
talking to someone like,
Who we have on tonight?
well, I was going to say Alyssa Cookie or
Oh, yeah.
Like that, you definitely wanna
Alyssa
throw in
Milano
that one
Cookie,
just
you
to-
definitely want to add the people are people too.
But we do have somebody on.
We do have somebody on.
that was so awesome that we had to do it twice,
You mean so awesome that
we
we
had to
had
bring
to do
her
it
back.
twice?
and then had to bring her back
And then we had to bring her back.
because it had to do it a second.
Don't
Anyway,
you get it?
It's a. I got it. Do you get it?
No.
Is anyone else ready for this?
Yes.
I started doing like the clapping and the moving. I'm gonna knock my chair over.
Yeah, you will. That'd be funny though. That'd be great times.
And make me giggle.
Welcome, Kari.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hello.
Thank you.
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
See, we're echoing again.
No, we're
Yes,
not.
and it's
Shut
okay.
up. We're not doing it again. Stop it.
At this point, like it was actually, trying to. I didn't realize it was that bad, and all I know is Steven started texting. He's like, "There's an echo," and I went, "Oh, this is not good."
It was not good. I was very
good.
I was
So I
very
went and
upset.
had a half a pint of ice cream.
Yeah, you did.
That's awesome. What kind?
It was raspberry white chocolate chip.
Ooh.
That sounds solid.
It was solid. We got a guy down here, Lumpy's Ice Cream, who hand makes everything. And he does all, like, it's not just he does vanilla, but it's not just like vanilla. It's
Actually,
like
he hates vanilla. Like
he
vanilla
does hate
is his
vanilla.
hated
So
flavor.
but everything has like a variation. It's not just chocolate. It's like, deep mud chocolate. It's these variations, these flavors. It's these names. He has made one. It was the most amazing thing I've ever had. It was he called it was it the 5-alarm? It was some flavor of ice cream that had 5 or 6 different peppers in it, and the way he made it, and this is legit. It started off as the cream, and the heat slowly rose, and then peaked and slowly came back down again. It was the most amazing thing.
It is so good.
Wow.
He actually taught. He taught at
Ice cream
Duke
science.
University.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think he has it. He
He
kind of
did a
has
summer
PhD.
semester where he taught ice cream science to the scientists.
Yes.
That is awesome.
Yes. Oh yes. If you guys are you and the husband and the kids ever in this area, you let us know. We make sure get you there, get you some because it is amazing.
Yes.
Lumpy's ice cream
Yeah.
in Wake Forest. I'm telling you.
He would ship.
Okay.
He would ship, but it's
would,
really
but-
expensive to ship stuff like that because it has
Yeah,
to be
Right.
fresh.
ice cream. But it's good.
Oh
So-
man,
That's awesome.
So good.
Mhm.
And it's all fresh stuff. It's all local. Everything's local and made all in house. Like it's amazing.
It
It's so
is.
good.
Lumpy's. You need to talk to Lumpy's Ice Cream about being a sponsor.
Oh, we have. And if
Well,
he,
again, we
once
would,
again,
but a lot of people it would require him shipping, and
if he could ship, he would
if he
be
could
a
ship,
sponsor
he
already.
probably would.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think it's worth talking to him about it.
What I'm hoping for is see Lumpy will happen to be is supposed to be with us when Tar River Arms opens up.
Supposed to
Their
be. He
brick
is
and
going to
mortar
be
building.
there. He's going to be there.
Yeah, he's going to be there. Going to have a truck, and
Awesome.
everything. And with all the people that are supposed to be showing up, especially from out of state, the other
Mhm.
jackholes and whatnot, and Jill holes that are coming, hopefully they will actually finally taste of the amazingness that is his, and then maybe through demand say, "Hey, we really want you to do this." And
Maybe it'll happen then.
Yeah.
You could even barter just for some ice cream for
Nope.
yourselves.
we do that anyway.
We
I
did
do
Oh,
that.
that.
I
okay.
mean, come on. Shoot.
We do that anyway. It's
When I used to live a 5-minute walk away from his place, do you know how many times I went and like, hey, dude, do you need me to do anything? I love some ice cream. I mean, it isn't.
Yeah.
Oh, that is funny.
I used to do that too.
Yeah,
I've manned a cart for a couple hours at a soccer game to get a couple pints of ice cream.
I used to design his advertisements.
Yeah, you did. You did. And the best part about Buck is he's this big man. He goes to the gym. He's all
the
this
manly
you know,
man.
big guy. And he's got this
Handlebar mustache.
the curly Q handlebar mustache.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep, still and
rides
he
rides
he's
a
the his
big
teddy
old
bear
motorcycle and
man to death. All our kids call him Uncle.
yep,
Oh,
Uncle Buck.
Yep, Uncle Buck. Anyway,
Uncle Buck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not like the movie.
yeah, not like the movie.
Okay.
Not like
Okay.
the movie. He's much more lovable than that guy.
Okay.
Andy was.
Anyway, we should probably get to the show.
Yeah, there's a lot to go on, and we haven't even got started. We already talked about TRA Guns opening up in
Yeah, we
July
have.
9th. We might as well run that commercial now while we're sitting here.
Might as well finish the commercial. Check out Tar River Arms, TRAguns.com, TarRiverArms.com. It's America's virtual gun store. Great guns, great prices, and a great service. They're veteran-owned and operated, and if you use the promo code Mojo50 at checkout, not only do you get a $25 gift card at purchase, but you get free shipping on any sales over $600 or more. So if it has to go to your local FFA dealer for you to pick up, at least you don't have to pay for shipping for it to get there.
That's true.
So go to tarriverarms.com. That's tarriverarms.com or TRAguns.com. Check them out today.
Yes. So,
What do you want to
Yeah.
start with, buddy?
do we want to talk about Chick-fil-A right now?
I do want to talk about Chick-fil-A, but do we want to talk about it now?
No, I don't want to talk about it right now.
Okay,
what
how
I
about
want to
this?
do. Okay, this one has bothered me. I saw
Sure.
this the other day,
Take
and
it.
and I've been waiting to try and say something about this.
Patiently
So
waiting.
the headline: German government tells Jews don't look like Jews.
What?
You
Mhm.
haven't heard about this.
Yeah. I figured you'd find this one interesting.
Yeah.
According to Germany's government commissioner on anti-Semitism,
Mhm.
Jews in his country should stop wearing the kippas or the skull caps in public lest they incur the wrath of anti-Semites.
Now, just for clarification before we move forward, yes, I did already talk about this on Monday's show when Dylan wasn't here, but that is beside the point. We have a new guest. We want to get her perspective, and Dylan wanted to
wanted
talk
to-
about this.
Bitch about this a little bit.
Dylan wanted to complain a little bit. So, continue on.
Yes. So, the commissioner of anti-Semitism in Germany
Stop.
is telling them
Stop.
to don't wear
No,
the
stop.
headgear.
Stop.
uh,
Stop.
Otherwise,
Pause.
no.
Yes.
What?
The commissioner on anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
And the German
Yeah.
government,
Yeah.
Kari.
Is telling them to not do it lest they incur the wrath of the anti-Semites.
So these stories hurt my brain.
Mhm.
Um,
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, that's what we do.
yeah,
Has anybody else feel like they've seen this movie before? I'm just
Oh,
saying, like, I feel like I know this story and I know how this is going to end, and it doesn't end very well.
Not for anybody, no.
so they don't have to wear stars at this point,
No.
right?
No. Actually, they want people to not look
To
like.
just blend in. So
Yes.
to turn away from their
Yes.
cultural
Yes.
heritage
Yes.
and
Uh-huh.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Quoted in an interview published on Saturday by the Funky region. It's not funky, it's funk with the K-E at the end, but it's say Funky Regional Press Group, Felix Klein, whose job was created in 2018. Let that sink in for a moment. Stated, quote, I cannot advise Jews to wear the kippah everywhere, all the time, in Germany, end quote.
It's part of their religious custom and culture. Are Muslim women not supposed to wear their hijabs because then people will know they're Muslim?
Well, but you won't be able to see their face, so you won't be able to at least identify them.
And the whole point about this entire thing is that they're talking about if we get deeper into this, which we will, they're blaming the right and Nazis.
Because everything is being blamed on the right. Doesn't matter where it is. The right is the villain.
But anti-Semitism in Germany is not because of the right and the Nazis. It's because they've let millions upon millions of Muslims into Germany.
Of radical Muslims, might I add, not just regular
Radical-
Muslims. There's some
radical
Muslims, but there's a lot of radicals who are taking over the country. And
it's funny that
again,
it's not
one of those-
mentioned in this story, but that's actually one of the biggest problems that that Merkel had was she had such a flood of radical Muslims over her borders that she was scared that it was going to take over their country and all of their culture.
Yeah, but
Right.
this was after, though, that they were taking them in. She took them all in, and then tried talking junk about America not taking them in. How dare you, you careless bastards, for not taking these people in?
Yeah.
And then now she's going, oh well, this is
Now
not
I've got them.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Ruh-roh Raggy.
So okay, in all honesty, I hear this story and it does make my brain hurt, but I just think, oh. Like
Vocalize it. Why don't you?
what is anyone supposed to say to that? There is so much bizarreness that the bizarreness in this world is so out of control that it's easy to just kind of close the door, get under a blankie,
Hide
crawl
away.
into a fetal position,
Become
and
an
just kind of
ostrich.
hang out there for a little bit.
Just pray for that meteor to plummet out of the sky.
Giant
just-
Meteor 2020.
Yeah.
It's just bizarre. It's
Yeah.
all bizarre, and it's just weird. It's weird stuff. It doesn't make any sense. So we're gonna protect your Jewishness by asking you to not really be a Jew, right?
Just don't
I
be
mean,
Jewish. I mean,
just
if
do
you're
it
gonna
behind
be
closed doors.
Yeah, which, because that's going to go over real well.
Mhm.
It's you.
We want to go ahead and make sure you don't wear. I've never heard them called kippas before. There, I always heard yarmulke, but
That's what-
yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and ask you not to do that. We're gonna ask you to go out on Friday nights, just so people don't think that you might be in there having Shabbat.
Which is not like they can't, I don't know, follow them. When they start
Right.
seeing large swaths of people heading the same direction on a Friday night, I'm pretty sure they can figure it out, and it doesn't matter what your headgear is. Call me crazy, but
Mhm.
I
don't think you're crazy.
I know. Well, that's debatable. I can't keep shrinking. Most of them turned to drugs and alcohol, so I just given up. The Guardian notes, quote, anti-Semitic hate crimes rose by 20% in Germany last year, according to an Interior Ministry data, which blamed 9 out of 10 cases on the extreme right. There were 62 violent anti-Semitic attacks compared to 37 in 2017.
That's so wrong.
Yeah, it is absolutely wrong because 2017 is when they were starting to have all of the refugees come across the border.
Yeah.
In 2018, they had them all done, and they're like, oh, crap, they're taking over our country. Whatever shall we do without looking like hypocrites because we were said that we're all about loving, and we've made other people feel like crap because they're not taking in people.
Of course, because they're not taking in people.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid. And again, you still goes back to you have a commissioner of anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
That right there should tell you there's a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of like putting the warning label on the appliance. Do not shower with the hairdryer on and plugged in.
I don't have that warning on mine.
Oh.
Shoot.
Well, you haven't been showering. Well, thankfully, it hasn't wired on you yet, but yeah.
You know what I like? I like the response from Richard Grinnell. He's the U.S. ambassador to Germany.
Yeah.
And so
don't talk down to me. I know who Richard Grinnell is.
I'm saying it for everybody else.
I talked to him yesterday about.
This is for everybody else in the room.
Sports.
Everybody else in the room. Okay.
I thought you were talking down to me for a minute there.
No.
I'm no fool. Sure. I know.
Well, we all know that you know who Richard Grinnell. Is that right?
There you go. You got it. See, there you go. Yeah. See. There
see. You know who I'm talking about too.
I was making sure.
Yeah.
Look, this is for everybody. This is not just for you. This show is for everybody. Okay. So look.
No, that's a lie.
Yeah. All right. You got me there. You got me there. All right.
Anyway,
it says, quote, the opposite is true. Wear your kippah. Wear your friend's kippah. Borrow a kippah. And wear it for your Jewish neighbors. Educate people that we are a diverse society.
I would argue you probably shouldn't wear your friend's kippah.
Probably not, unless you want, Well, I mean, they're clean people.
Yeah, but still, I'm a clean person too, and I wouldn't let any of y'all wear my hats.
That's true.
Yeah, no sharing hats, no sharing combs.
No, I love all y'all to death. I'm sure every one of y'all bathe, and y'all are like upstanding people, but there's no way on God's green earth I would put anything y'all put on y'all's head on mine. Sorry.
Maybe if they have one that they just bought.
No.
No,
maybe.
If they just bought it, they've never worn it.
Maybe.
Right?
Okay. Maybe if you forgot one, maybe.
Yeah. That's
like,
like,
hey,
it's the extra.
Don't worry there, Isaiah. I have an extra one in my drawer. I will go get it.
Yes. Don't worry. I have a head covering for you. Here it is.
I used to call them things ramekins.
Why?
Ramekin?
I got it mixed up.
Yarmulke, ramekin.
Ramekin, yeah. I
wear a little ramekin on my head.
I did actually. Okay. And I turned around. Actually, no. Where I got it from was it was the other way around. I was at a restaurant and I looked at somebody and said, "Can I have a yarmulke of ranch?"
Oh, that's nice.
I didn't know any better.
How old were you when this
got
happened?
it mixed up.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was an awkward rest of the evening, that was for sure.
But really, how old were you when that happened? I'm just asking. I want to figure that out.
That is not important to this conversation.
Last
you
week,
were over
wasn't it?
21, weren't you?
It wasn't that new. It was since the 2000s. Let's put it that way.
Were you already married?
Yes.
Which time?
Yeah, I was gonna say which time. I was the bad person. Yeah, you don't know my back history. That's a very open-ended question. No, all right. It's been in the past 10 years. I'll say it that way. It's been in the past 10 years. I don't know how. It could be 10 years ago. It could have been
yesterday.
A year ago.
It could have been yesterday. It was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yesterday.
It was yesterday, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't yesterday. Shut up. It was a couple years. Like seriously, it was just a couple years ago. I had that little. And just to say, the wife was like, "Did you mean ramekin?" I was like, "Oh, crud."
That's hilarious.
Yep. It is now. At the time, I was actually, I don't get embarrassed easily. I was like, "Oh, whoops."
Yeah.
Don't I sound stupid?
You know, you wouldn't have had to worry about that ramekin of extra ranch if you'd tried out Ridgezone.
Well, no, I would have had it because I was trying to dump my fries. It was
But
I
that's the
remember
point.
it
You
was a
wouldn't
Red
have had
Robin.
to worry about that. You wouldn't have been eating all of those fries. You would have used up only the ranch that you needed because you would have felt full.
Yeah, but what I'm telling you is the ranch was not extra; it was just regular ranch.
But
I
what I'm
asked for
telling you
ranch,
is that
they
you
didn't
wouldn't have
bring
eaten
it
the
to me.
You wouldn't have eaten the
Play
fries.
with him, Dylan. Let him go with this.
You wouldn't have eaten the fries.
Would have eaten fries.
No, you wouldn't have. You wouldn't have been able to eat the fries.
It's Red Robin fries.
I know they're really good, but you
Okay, I
wouldn't have been able to
totally am with you on that one. Those
bottomless
are
fries. I
irresistible.
get it. I get it. But your stomach would have felt full. You wouldn't
This
have
is
been able
true,
to eat the
and I
fries.
wouldn't be the rotund individual that you know and love today.
I don't know what you're talking about, but you could do that. You could actually get Ridgezone today. It's a patented weight management supplement of OEA. It's a natural metabolite made of olive oil, and it's also something that's been produced in in the human body. It just happens to be that as you get older, it doesn't make as much.
Yeah, it sounds like everything else that happens when you get older.
Yeah, pretty much. Look, it helps lower your calorie consumption by making you feel full. It also makes it more efficient for your metabolism to burn fat. It's not a stimulant. It's naturally present in your body. It's vegetarian, gluten-free, non-GMO, all of that mess. And you can try it today. Go to riduzone.com, riduzone.com. You can get a special 3-month supply for 30% off. That's $20, same as downtown, guys. Riduzone.com, riduzone.com.
Mm-hmm.
You want to fight me for this, man? You're going to fight me for this? I'm telling you.
Yeah, it was ranch, man. It was ranch.
Look, I hate ranch.
And because they had brought the what is that stuff? The barbecue and mayonnaise?
Yeah, that stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Fireside sauce or whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
Wife told me about that. Yeah, you mix that together. Yeah, they had already brought that.
I can't do ranch.
I know.
Yeah, I wouldn't do the ranch on the French fries either. You're ruining a perfectly good Red Robin fry.
Yep. So, Kari, we've got some signs I want to get your opinion on.
Oh, good. Yes.
You're gonna don't think that.
I love the fun church signs. I think that sometimes people get odd, and sometimes they get clever. But all right.
Oh.
This is from I can't read the name of the actual church. I'm sorry.
It's from a church in Oregon.
This is from Oregon.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm about to pull it up myself.
I've got it right here. Here's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Powerful men shamed a woman. Jesus took her side.
Yeah, sounds awesome. Love that church sign. I'm going to go with that one next week.
So far, right? So far, it's okay, right? We're good, right? We're fine.
It's the church is called the Clackamas United Church of Christ.
And
and they are in Oregon.
And this is a real church.
This is legit. This is not.
So that sign would tell me exactly what I need to know before not entering.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
No, well, maybe this one will change your mind.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Go ahead, Dylan.
Jesus believed in universal health care, and so do we.
Okay.
Because, that was part of the Sermon on the Mount. 5,000 men and probably equal amount of women and plus an extra 2,000 or 3,000 children. That is the ideal place to be talking about universal health care.
Of course.
So what's very interesting to me is when people mix they mix their politics and their religion. They mix their politics and their faith. God, he has concern over our lives here. You can't mix the two. You can't mix the two. No. He loves Democrats. He loves Republicans. Yeah. He doesn't love them based on their political affiliation or libertarians or Green Party or whatever.
We've got more of these signs coming up after the break.
Good times.
Yes, it's going to be amazing. Hold on, folks. We'll be right back. So that little echo only happens when we get way too loud.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, Dylan, when you start screaming, the echo hits.
Gotcha. Okay. Shut up is what you're gotcha.
I'll keep it down.
I think you're fine, Kari. I think
I
you're
love this is universal healthcare. You know what? I don't know if this guy was aware of it or not, but there was no such thing as healthcare back when Jesus was around.
I don't think he knew.
There was no PPO with the Romans. Saying.
There was a woman. That first one is obviously a very feminist,
Right.
In a creepy way, sort of thing. And there was a woman pastor who tweeted something recently, and it was she said, is there any, I'm searching for a different word to replace Lord in the 23rd Psalm.
I remember that.
I've already figured out, I've already got the he and him taken care of, but I just can't find a better word.
I think I sent that to you.
Did you send it?
I think I was the one that sent that to you.
Oh.
Yeah, and I sent that to him. I was like,
yeah, he sent it to me.
Yes.
I sent it to you because I was like, this is going to be good. I need to get her opinion on this.
You are the one that sent it to me. That's right. Yes, I read it on Twitter, but now I'm remembering, I read it on Twitter because I had it in a direct message.
Yep.
The thing is, the reason why people always say, you never speak about politics and religion. Those are two things you don't talk about in public. Well, the reason why is because most people mix the two together.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there is faith and salvation. There's church and state. It is.
Yes.
It is not. No.
Two shall twine.
Yep. We're coming back from the break. Hold on. We're going to come back from the break here in the next few seconds. And we're back. This is Defenders Live on Mojo 50 Radio. You can find us anywhere where you can listen to podcasts, but if you'd like to listen to us live, we are Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern here on Mojo 50 Radio, which is also on iHeartRadio.
Yes, God help them all. And we are joined this evening by the wonderful Miss Kari Malinak. How are you, Miss Kari?
Hello, I'm doing well.
Hey, we were doing signs.
Yeah, we were.
Yes.
Because we're trying to, continue to help diminish faith in humanity.
So here's a good one. This is a good one. It's completely normal, no problems at all. It says, we stand with our Jewish friends. We stand against hate.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I mean, that's fine. I'm just saying, that's it.
Okay, I hope every church would stand against
hate.
Yeah. That's
we're supposed to love our neighbor.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Is kind of the first pinnacle, I think, of the whole Christian faith thing.
Love God, love your neighbor.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah. Well, okay. This one. You shall love the immigrant as yourself. Leviticus 19:34.
Wasn't talking about the same sort of immigrant.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that was the sign?
Yes.
Yes, that was the sign. You shall love the immigrant as yourself. The quote was from Leviticus 19:34.
And it wasn't saying, it didn't say immigrant, it said foreigner.
So again, I come back to that whole two kingdoms thing that the church should not be having dominion over the worldly government, and the worldly government should not have dominion over the church.
Right.
You've got. So I don't know. I mean, I say that, I would, if I were in politics, and certainly my political views are informed by what I believe or what I know to be true in Scripture. But I don't know. I mean,
this is classic. This is just classic using Scripture for your own personal gain. This is taken completely out of context, because if you go back to Leviticus 19:33, the verse prior to it, it says, when an alien, referring to a foreigner, resides in your land, you must not oppress him. You will regard the alien who resides with him as a native born among you. Basically, it's saying if you go to the original part where it begins, it says if there's people in that are not of your kind, you treat them decently.
Yeah.
It doesn't say that you are to give them everything. It doesn't say you're supposed to do it. It just says if the person's there, you don't oppress them. You don't treat them like crap. Doesn't say
Well,
you give him everything.
You shouldn't be treating anyone
Ag-
poorly.
Yes,
Exactly.
going back to
Exactly.
you love God and then therefore you love other people. It's kind of that step of how that works.
Well,
but
this is in the same vein, okay? It says, welcome immigrants, but only if they speak English. Said no Bible ever.
Oh my gosh.
he's a
I
nice.
said I liked clever church signs. You're not giving any clever ones here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this one's clever.
Mm-hmm.
Work to end war. Work to support our veterans.
That's pretty solid.
Work to end war.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then
Work.
to support our veterans.
Okay.
So what is the point of that one?
I
Veterans
Good.
Day?
It's
No-
kind of I'm
Memorial Day?
confused because if you don't have war, then theoretically you don't need the veterans there. So how can I'm just if there's no more wars, you don't need soldiers. Therefore, you don't have veterans.
Well, but veterans have already been to war, so war has not ended yet. So we need to.
I'm confused. I don't know. Homeschooling is kicking in and my brain hurts.
No, it's all good. So I just don't understand. Like I don't think it's offensive to want to stop war, and I don't think it's offensive to support veterans.
The combination of the two, however, are a little bit confusing.
Well, I just don't understand the point of
Yeah.
the church sign. Like, why?
Okay.
Yeah, it's
All right. Maybe this is a little bit more up your alley. I don't know. We'll find out here. Lady Gaga knows Christianity, and so do we. LGBTQ, welcome here.
Wait, Lady Gaga?
Lady
Mhm.
Gaga knows Christianity, and so do we. LGBTQ, welcome here.
yeah. That referring to how
I'm sorry, your face explains it all.
yes, it does.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, in case anybody's wondering, I believe this is in reference to that time when Lady Gaga stood on stage and basically said that Mike Pence is a horrible person, is not a real Christian because he is against homosexuality.
Mm.
So, Mike Pence, it's really interesting how he's held up as this horrible, horrible gay hater when he's never actually, from what I've read or heard, I could be wrong. I have not gone through everything that he's ever written or said,
Sure.
but from what I understand, he supports the biblical
Yes.
marriage between one man, one woman.
Mhm.
He supports if someone wants to deal with their homosexuality and not act out on it, he supports them finding therapy, not forcing it, but supporting it
Mhm.
if it's wanted. I don't get it.
All right.
I don't get why he's just
I've got
hated.
two
It
for
is
you.
funny that he doesn't say anything, and yet he's
No.
thrown out as the guy who. And again,
doesn't-
I haven't
he
read
doesn't do
everything
anything
either, but to
wrong.
my knowledge, he literally just has voiced his Christian beliefs and has left it there.
Yeah, pretty much.
There is
Sounds like he's just screaming it and beating people to death with the Bible.
yes. Well, every good Christian does.
Of course, we do.
Um,
The only people that have us beat are the Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh,
Wah, wah.
I think there's actually a really interesting. I'm very intrigued. My brother-in-law was really confused why this would intrigue me, but it intrigues me. There is a conference every year that supports those who struggle with homosexuality or gender issues with that war inside them. I don't discount that it's a real war within someone. That's absolutely. But these people, they say their own sexuality is a deviancy. It is not in line with scriptural truth and expectation. Not expectation, I don't want to use that word, but with biblical truth. And so they have this conference where they support one another. There are several of them that are single that just want support to not act out on their homosexual urges. And there are several of them that go to this conference that are married in a man-woman relationship. The people who started it, actually, the man, he is very attracted to men. He's drawn to men, but he wants to uphold a biblical marriage. And he and his wife have been very open in their marriage about that. And they said, we want to really use this as a ministry. I'm really intrigued by that. I think it would be difficult in a marriage, but they're faithful to one another.
Yeah.
And they really, I'm very intrigued by the whole idea that there is a large group of homosexuals that are not waving the flag. They are very much wanting to uphold biblical truth, saying, I do have these attractions. I am like this. But I don't want to act out on it because it's not under the authority of God's word.
Right.
Yeah,
We
it's good
actually
that it's
have
not, I'm with you on it. It's intriguing.
Yeah.
It's almost, and not to make light of it at all, but it's almost like an AA for homosexuals.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know
we have a
there's
pastor
this is
that-
not what I want to do. People can argue whether it's wrong or right.
yeah.
Biblically, it's wrong. But they don't want to do it anymore, and they don't want to deal with these urges because they want to uphold the tenets of Christianity, and that's a good thing, because we all struggle. Everybody has something that they struggle with. Everybody, don't matter who you are, everybody's got something somewhere that you struggle with.
True.
And it's good to have other people that you can join with and say, "Yep, I have that," and have that accountability. I mean, everyone needs that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we actually have a pastor at our church, and he found God while he was with his boyfriend.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it took him finding God to realize that, okay, well, after reading the Bible and reading it through and understanding it, it took him a point to find out, okay, well, I can't do these urges. I can't have these urges and
Right.
follow Christ.
Yep.
Right.
So he had to
Right.
he had to work himself into giving that up
Yeah.
to follow Christ the proper way.
And
I would say that it was not him who was working up his courage to step away from that. It would be the Holy Spirit
Oh, no,
working in him.
definitely.
He is a
Yes.
new creation
Yes.
in Christ Jesus, and the Holy Spirit's poured
That's
into
exactly
him.
what he
Yep.
claims every single time as well.
Oh, yeah,
So,
I can
I
tell
mean,
you that too. And
yeah.
he went that he got married. He has his son. His son just got married a couple months ago. Like it's he is a pastor in a church, and he's
also a hairdresser.
he is he's still
And a pretty good one at that.
and he's a very good one. But he's the like. And again, somebody else that our kids call, that's Uncle Eric. Like
Yeah.
it's
Amazing guy, great character, extremely flamboyant in expressing his faith now.
he will. If you're not excited about Jesus, when you get done
you
talking
will
to
be
Eric,
done. Yeah.
you will be.
That's awesome. I think that that's part of what is difficult for someone who is finds him or herself attracted to the same sex, or questioning it, or trying to figure it out. I know a lot of kids these days are like falling into depression because they're straight and they feel like they should be attracted to a boy if they're a boy, or a girl if they're a girl, and that something may be wrong with them because they're not gay, and that's kind of where they should be, because all the
Everybody
cool
else is
people
doing
are
it.
gay.
That's the cool thing.
Or supporting it. And I think there's a struggle, so your pastor was able to through the Holy Spirit, find life beyond that, find that he could, that he was a new creation, that he could live a life with a woman and having, I don't want to say a normal life, but having that
God-centered
biblical
life?
marriage.
Yeah.
And now if someone, wanted to leave a gay lifestyle, do you remember the Friends episode where Phoebe's Canadian ice skating husband, do you remember that one? Did you watch Friends?
Yeah.
He was gay, but then he said, well, I want a divorce because I'm actually straight. And it was this huge thing that he was coming out of the closet as a straight man.
Yeah.
And I don't know that anyone would feel like they should, like they could, like there's any point, because it's so lifted up in churches today, in everywhere you look, TV shows, commercials. I mean, it is just, we're bombarded with it.
Yeah.
And it is so normalized that no one would probably, I mean, you can read scripture, but someone even asked me recently, a teenager had asked me, well, isn't it a little different now than, when the Bible was written? Isn't it a little different? Because, this is happening and this is happening. And it was that moral relativism that, well, these people around me seem to be doing it and it seems okay, so it's probably okay. And I just had to hold up the Bible and I said, did any of this change? No.
Ta-da.
There you go. You see, that's the thing with moral relativism. It always leads down the path of your own destruction, and it always also leads down the path of you losing everybody that you want to follow. If you go woke, you go broke. That's what they tell me anyway.
If you go woke, you go broke.
That's what I've been told multiple occasions.
See, Steven hangs out with them hip young kids.
I was going to say, Steven's way hipper than I am.
Yeah.
Being 32, I know I'm the old man in the crowd, but at the same point in time, I have to keep up with the youngins. And trying to do that as well, I got myself some Patriot Mobile.
Yeah, you did.
I got myself some Patriot Mobile, trying to hang out with the young crowds, because Patriot Mobile is the only conservative cell phone company out there. They're not going woke. And as well as we can help it, they're not going to go broke either. We're going to try and make sure that everything that we do is on the up and up. And veteran-led Patriot Mobile does the exact same thing. At Patriot Mobile, more than $2 million have been used to support constitutional rights. If you want to be a part of that, if you want to help support that, maybe you should check out patriotmobile.com. patriotmobile.com/mojo50 is the place that you can go, with unlimited talk and text plans starting as low as $25 a month. Don't wait. patriotmobile.com/mojo50. You can get 2 activation fees waived on the spot. Plus, if you do have to switch and you have to pay extra fees and everything like that, they have ways of working through that. They can help you pay for that as well. If you want to keep your phone. If not, you can tell your plans, switch it over, no problem. Keep your cell phone, keep your phone number, keep all the rest of it. No hidden fees, roaming fees, or liberal agendas. patriotmobile.com/mojo50.
That's true.
Thank you.
I was at the gym a couple of weeks ago, and I saw someone had a Patriot Mobile cup
Nice.
with them. Yeah, I didn't see who was using it, though. I was going to, whoever it was, I was going to say, hey, yeah,
Hey,
awesome.
you over there. Patriot Mobile cup.
But
the club.
I bet you anything, it was somebody that worked at Patriot Mobile.
it might have been.
Because
it might have been
their house down there in
someone who
Texas.
Loves Patriot Mobile.
That could be too.
Could be it too. It could be it.
It could be
It's
all
who
right.
knows at this point. I just.
So, pro-life Nebraska.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Jesus, you've been looking forward to this one, huh? I
You're
should have had
from Nebraska,
music
aren't you?
I should have. Daggone it.
There,
Oh,
Kari?
well.
Are you from Nebraska?
I'm from Nebraska.
Oh my. Okay.
Yes.
So
It does not mean I endorse this, although I don't know that I don't endorse it. Well, I won't
Well,
put any endorsement on it, but
let's-
I don't know that I'm anti this. It's bizarre.
let's dive into this maybe and see if we get to the bottom here.
Oh, should I?
No, we don't need that. No.
You sure?
No. 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 Please no.
I don't know. I figure we needed something to go with it. Okay.
No.
So are you going to read this?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. This is a pamphlet that
Mhm.
has come across from the Pro-Life Nebraska.
Sure.
It is entitled Preventing Irresponsible Ejaculation.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because we know there's just irresponsibly just all over the place all the time.
Yeah.
The open up the panel or the pamphlet, and on the inside is the title: How can I prevent abortion? Biff is an all-American man who cares very much about babies.
Does
He's
he
been
really?
wondering, as a man, how can I prevent abortion? Good news, Biff. Men can prevent 100% of abortions. You read that right. Every single unwanted pregnancy is caused by men. You see, Biff, babies are made. Well, we're not going into that because I'm not. Basically,
It's the how-to of how babies are made.
yeah. This is an adult show. This is a family show. If
We
you
all
don't
know how it
know
works.
how babies are made, that's on you to tell your people how to. Y'all know how babies are made because a lot
Look,
of you have them anyway.
If you
Anywho,
have kids listening to the show right now,
yeah,
first off,
there's-
why are they
why
up?
are-
Secondly,
mom and dad, you give each other a special hug.
Yeah.
Anyway, basically what happens is they do this thing. But wow, I just realized reasoning this is not going. This is dangerous.
I'll read it if you want me to.
Yeah, I feel a little bit. Basically,
I got it. No, you
how
can't.
babies
No,
are made fertilizing of an egg through
can't.
little swimmers, et cetera, et cetera.
You can't summarize this. You have to read it verbatim.
I'm not reading that part of it.
I will read it verbatim then, all right?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, go.
You good?
Good.
Okay. See, Biff? Babies are made when a penis ejaculates sperm into a vagina and makes sperm travel past the cervix into a fertilized egg.
I feel like I need a shower now. I don't feel good.
And that microscopic formation will one day be a baby
Hey, baby.
that you can deprive of nutrition and a clean environment, a well-funded education, health care, and living wage. But that's only if the vagina owner doesn't kill it first.
Dum, dum, dum.
For a selfish reason, such as not wanting to die or not wanting to be reminded of you every day for the rest of her life. You see, here's how it works. Don't ejaculate into a vagina. That's right. If you don't want to impregnate someone and leave it up to her, whether she will carry the baby to term or get an abortion, just keep your penis out of there.
That's true.
Kari, I see that you're silently sitting there and...
I'm reading along.
Oh, okay. Here's the facts. Your penis can ejaculate in lots of places. But you knew that already.
Allegedly.
A woman does not need your penis in her vagina or anywhere
Allegedly.
in order to be sexually gratified. A woman can have an orgasm every day, but never run the risk of pregnancy until you decide to irresponsibly orgasm.
Allegedly.
You can find pleasure with your lady friends in a lot of ways that don't involve you launching your sperm into her vagina.
That's true.
Here are some places, Biff, that you can ejaculate without fertilizing an egg. In the mouth. The hands of your own or your friends' butts. Artificial vaginas. Boobs. And jello.
That's true.
Some of these may require consent. Others may require consent depending upon who owns the jello.
What flavor is that Jello?
I don't know.
No, I mean before.
Oh gosh.
I'm guessing cherry.
That's true.
Question. What about real vagina? No, Biff. That is literally the only place you must not ejaculate if you want to prevent abortion.
Allegedly.
Again, do not ejaculate into a vagina if you are opposed to abortion.
Hard no.
Question. What if I already ejaculated into a vagina? Thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry. It's up to the person whose vagina you ejaculated into to decide whether or not the value of her life or priorities over gestation after you seed. Next time, control your boner if you want to prevent abortions. Biff.
So the premise of having something for a man also, that it's not just the woman. I mean, the more that we continue to uphold the it's my body, it's my choice, it's I'm the girl, I get to do, until, I mean, well, no, it's a guy's baby too.
Yes.
Yep.
So I think to have something for a guy is also smart.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird,
Yes.
weirdly worded choice.
There's it is so weird. There's a part of me that would love to like make this into an actual like 50s infomercial like it used to be back in the day with the the
with,
squiggly
Yes.
lights and little kids skipping along and
This
gosh,
is Biff.
sir, I didn't know. You know, that kind of
After school special?
hilarious. Golly, I didn't realize it was that hard.
No, Biff. That's not where you go.
$20, same as downtown.
Oh, it also has
but
this.
it didn't talk at all. I mean, it's very, and I think that the point of it was to be very, you know, I don't want to say cutesy poo, but that 50s whatever. But there was nothing about this. This is a quibble I have with a lot of these sort of movements. I mean, there's nothing in there about, are you married?
Yes.
You know, can we back it up and not just assume that there's some random vagina that this guy is in?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like it is so depersonalized, and I think it is on purpose there, but there's such a depersonalization when sexual intimacy, it's supposed to be good. It's supposed to be enjoyed, and it's supposed to draw two people closer together. It's not supposed to be a flippant thing or
It's supposed to be in the confines of marriage.
Yes. Yes.
Soul.
It's a good thing within the bounds of a marriage.
In other words, you shouldn't be putting your gun in her gun box.
There you go. Is this a nice transition? One of your famous segues?
It is a very famous segue, yes.
It's not a good transition, but it's a transition nonetheless.
It is a transition nonetheless. If you are trying to make sure that you keep your gun box safe or your gun safe,
don't ejaculate in it.
Don't ejaculate in your gun box. That's really not the best thing to do, guys.
It won't work.
Instead, what you should rather do is you should buy one of these guys over at thegunbox.com. You can either get the Gunbox Echo, which is great for travel if you need to store your gun in a large container, or you can get the Gunbox 2.0, which is great for personal security at your house. Wonderful. It makes it easy, quick access to any gun that you have, any handgun that you have at your house with their RFID chip technology, their key fobs, their fingerprints, their rings that you can swipe over top, or even a key code. All of these will give you access to the gun box, but only these will give you access to the gun box.
That's true.
Always remember, folks, ask before you check your gun box. Go to thegunbox.com, thegunbox.com, use the promo code MOJO50 at checkout, get 10% off of your orders of $159 or over. Now, before everything gets going, here are your numbers for the day.
I'm Leprechaun, and here with your bell count grade for the day. Today we had 12 missed innuendo bells, 50 actual bells, 3 horns, 2 AOCs, and 2 rim shots. Give us a grade of B- for the day. Peace out. Good night, y'all.
I'll tell you what, he is on point.
Well, that's his art.
But still a little bit over the scale. Still just a little bit over the scale.
Oh, really? But
I mean, we didn't actually get into a lot of church talk today, Kari. But where can people find you if they want to know more about what you do and how you do it?
Well, I'm on Twitter, Kari. What is it? At Kari Malinak, I think.
Doesn't even know we're on Twitter. At Kari Melinek on Twitter. At Kari Melinek on Twitter. We are DOA Show at DOAShow.com, mojo50.com. Later.